Aloha, this is lesson 299 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. Eternal holiness abides in me. My holiness is far beyond my own ability to understand or know. Yet God, my Father, who created it, acknowledges my holiness as His. Our will together understands it, and our will together knows that it is so. Father, my holiness is not of me. It is not mine to be destroyed by sin. It is not mine to suffer from attack. Illusions can obscure it, but cannot put out its radiance, nor dim its light. It stands forever perfect and untouched. In it are all things healed, for they remain as you created them. And I can know my holiness, for holiness itself created me. And I can know my source, because it is your will that you be known. That concludes the text. Eternal holiness abides in me. So this lesson is centering on holiness as God's unchangeable gift to us. We can never change this, no matter what we think we've done. This is beyond our human comprehension. So this lesson begins with a statement of humility. My holiness is far beyond my own ability to understand or know. This is very different from the way ego puts forth humility. You know, to the ego, it wouldn't be humility to say that you have this eternal holiness, right? But this isn't a self-made virtue. This is a fact. It's a fact of creation. This is anchored securely in God's will, which is your will as well. So to accept this holiness is to go beyond all striving. It's just a sweet, loving recognition of what's actually true. And this is the will you share with God. It's not my holiness, but ours. It's a union. It's a union between the Creator and the created. Or you could say Father and Son. It continues and continues and continues for eternity because it abides in God. So it's inseparable from God's nature, which is yours. You're the extension of that. What you claim for yourself here in this truth, you have to see it in all brothers. It's important. This is very important. You can't claim it for yourself without seeing it in everyone. You're not separate from them. That's the whole thing. That's the whole sense of separation, making us seem like we're separate from our brothers and therefore separate from God. So it must be seen in everyone. This is very important. If you seem to be irritated with a person, that is not true. You are not irritated with them. You're irritated because of the sense of separation. You're irritated because you thought you were separate from them. Just acknowledge that and let the Holy Spirit correct your sight. You must see this in all of your brothers. What God created is inviolate. It cannot be violated. Illusions may obscure it, but they're never going to be able to alter it or destroy it. They cannot do anything to your holiness. Sin, attack, death, decay, fear, none of those touch what's eternal. You know why? Because eternal is true, and those are simply appearing because of denial of the truth. They're an effect of denying truth. So this lesson is a reminder that holiness is not going to be fluctuating. It's not going to fluctuate with your mood, mistakes, appearances, nothing. It's not fluctuating. This is healing because it's untouched. And because it's untouched, that is the basis for healing. That's really the basis for healing. Look at that. It's like your focus just pivots. Oh, this holiness that I am, it's untouched. Find relief in that. You just pivot. Your attention goes to that. When you see this in yourself, you know that wholeness is restored to everyone. And it's such a blessing. It's such a joy. That's what gets extended, whether you're saying or anything or not, or expressing anything, doesn't matter. Of course, your words and your expressions and your actions are going to mirror that the more you know it. Healing is basically your remembering in this moment that nothing real can ever be diminished. It's all beautiful. To know my holiness is to know my source. This is recognition of the source. This collapses the distance between me and God and me and my brothers. It's proof that God's will is active in me right now. It's kindness. And you know, sometimes kindness is actually looks like separation in the field. It's not a separation where you go, you're bad and I'm good or something like that. But it might be, hey, it's not fruitful spending time with this person anymore. And that's kind. So it doesn't mean that you have to succumb. Remember that. You don't have to succumb to illusions. Sometimes people in the field may reflect to you that they need you, but the inner guidance is saying no. Remember, kindness may look very different from what the ego would have it be. The ego puts conditions on you and encourages sacrifice. The Holy Spirit would never do that. So eternal holiness is abiding in me untouched, unaltered, and whole. To see that is to know my source. You might start this lesson with sitting in the morning in silence, recognizing my holiness is not mine, it's God's. See? I mean, it's not yours to destroy, let's say. It comes from God. It's who you are, right? It's not mine to tarnish. It's God's holiness. Let this dissolve all of your self-judgment. See? And then whenever conflict or fear arise during the day, notice this can't touch me. This cannot touch me. I am the holiness that God created. Whatever this is that I'm perceiving, this doesn't touch me. Any guilt, any conflict, any fear, it makes it helpful because of what it's pointing to. Letting it all point back to your holiness is what makes anything that you perceive helpful. In the evening, you might reflect on the day. Where did I glimpse my eternal holiness, shining through ordinary perceptions? Notice where that was. And if you didn't glimpse any, it's okay. Keep going. The outcome is sure. Once you get a glimpse of it, keep recognizing that. Notice how you feel. That'll inspire you to pivot your awareness more often toward this and be in the light until you remain in the light. So this is restoring dignity, not of the ego, of your origin. This is true dignity. To be holy is simply to be as God created you. Not a body, totally free. So twice a day and every hour and whenever it's needed, eternal holiness abides in me. Have a beautiful remembrance. I love you. Aloha.